back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips to improve your Quran recitation. I basically grouped everything into 4 categories, so it's going to be food, posture, breathing, and vocal warm-ups. And this is basically just a compilation of different tips and tricks that I've gathered from singing vocal coaches and Quran reciters and qaris. So if you're interested to know what I did, then just keep watching. So on the category of food, obviously you should avoid spicy food because how can you recite if your mouth is on fire? You should also avoid dairy. That's because it increases the amounts of mucus buildup, and so does cold water. So I actually tried this myself and it is true. You should also avoid overstuffing yourself. Just eat like a moderate amount of food, and you should drink plenty of warm water because your throat and vocal cords stay lubricated. So talking about posture, obviously like you want to make sure you have a good posture and your vocal muscles like around your throat, in your throat, are not at all strained. Everything is nice and relaxed. Sometimes I realize that when I start going to the higher notes, my throat starts feeling very tense and it starts to hurt after a while, and then my voice becomes kind of raspy and not clear anymore, and you don't want to do that because you don't want to like accidentally damage any vocal cords and stuff like that. Alright, so moving on to breathing. So when people are told to take a deep breath, they don't realize that they're actually using the top half of your lungs. So, that's not what you're supposed to do because it's a much smaller quantity of air that you're actually using in order to especially when you want to recite longer verses. So instead, you should breathe with the lower part of your chest. Try to concentrate the air over there on the bottom half of your lungs because the capacity is much higher. So you'll be able to go, with longer verses, and you won't have to stop in the middle to take so much breath, and you're able to finish the ayah. Obviously, before you start reciting, you want to do some vocal warm-ups or exercises. What I usually do is I go on the scale, so I go from low to high and then high to low. So it's like, and I do that a few times. And you can also do it by trilling your tongue. So it'd be something like that, or you could even do it with your lips. And that is supposed to help with the muscles in the back of your throat, I think. And I didn't do much research on it, but the guy was really good, and he seemed to know what he was talking about, and he was using these big fancy terms and stuff, so I trust him. But anyways, and then another tip that a lot of people were saying was that when you feel like there's something in your throat, like mucus or something like that, you shouldn't cough. You should avoid coughing in order to clear your throat. So don't go like that because it adds a lot of strain onto your vocal cords and it's not good for you. So you're supposed to do like that. It's what am I doing? This wave? Yeah. So you're supposed to do that because it's supposed to loosen up the mucus. And after implementing all these tips, I did realize that my recitation did get somewhat better and I was able to have more control on my voice. But obviously the number one thing is just practice. You put in the effort and the time and really want to do it, and you will be able to, inshallah, especially for Allah's sake. It's bound to be successful. So yeah, I hope that all these tips were beneficial to you, and jazakallah khairan for watching. And I will see you in my next video, and I will also be sure to include some other tips down the road as I keep learning from other people. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Hoopla, hoopla, hoopla. I'm so weird.